All right, we're back working on this little Sambar engine. Turns out my flight that I was going to be heading out of the country was delayed 24 hours, so I have a day to get another video out here and get some more progress done on this little motor. I just cleaned up all the oil pan bolts, and what I'm going to do now is tap this oil seal in. So I've just got a little bit of engine oil here. Put it on there. It's actually probably more than I wanted. A little bit of engine oil on the seal, and then we're just gonna work the seal over top of the crank here like so. And get it on there. You don't want to. There we go. And yeah, I don't have a deep socket that's gonna work for this, so I'm just gonna take a flat little punch here, and just carefully tap the outer edge of the seal here, and just get it all the way in. It doesn't take a lot of force, so I'm not concerned about wrecking the seal. Still go down. I think that's it. Yeah. So that's the front crank seal replaced. And then I think we'll flip the engine over and we'll work on the rear seal. All right, looking at the rear of the engine, if you remember when we tapped the rubber seals in for the rear main cap, there's actually a little seam there and there where the cap goes in, and that's where the silicone was actually oozing out. So that's great to know that we've got a good seal. And I want to make sure we don't have any in there. No, we're good. So now what we're going to do is, again, a little bit of oil. Try not to get quite as much here. There we go. Don't need a lot. Put some on the seal. I'm going to put this on place here. I don't like that. There we go. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna get a little tool here and just tap that in. All right, seals in very nicely. I had to move the camera because I was bumping it with the hammer. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put some silicone on the face of the bottom of the block there, and we're going to bolt the oil pan on. Okay, got the silicone here, our RTV gasket. We're gonna start making a gasket here, running a bead. Okay, that looks pretty good. I hate doing that, it's hard on the hands. Hands get tired. Okay, now we'll just fit this oil pan on and start bolting her on. Okay, these are torqued to 5 foot-pounds or 60 inch-pounds. The pan is on. One thing to try to remember is when you're maneuvering this thing around now, manhandling it, is try not to touch it because that stuff gets on you and it just spreads like crazy. Anyway, we'll move on to the next part. All right, the oil pan's all on. It's cured up, should be good there. And I've got the block wiped down with a degreaser and just went over it with a rag, make sure it's nice and clean. I'll put the gasket on here next. I've got the locating dowels installed. There we go, that's the gasket. And this is the area that I thought I had concern with the oil getting into the water jacket. And now we'll just slip this head on. I've already given this a wipe down. There we go. And now we'll just snug these up. I'm not going to torque them at this point. Just going to snug them down. All right, I actually removed the bolts on this and I put a little bit of oil on the threads and put it back in because the block was completely cleaned. I remembered I should putting oil on the threads. Now, if you have got one of these manuals, like I've got, do not follow the torque sequencing for the head like it shows in there. It tells you to go from the outside and work your way into the middle. I thought that was very odd. Everything I've ever been shown and done is work your way in and work your way around and slowly tighten the head from the inside to the outside. And that's what it's supposed to be. It also only tells you to tighten it to, I think, 21 foot-pounds, which isn't enough. So what you do on this is you tighten these up to 21 foot-pounds in the correct order. I'll see if I can put a picture on there. And then you loosen them all off and then go back and tighten them up to 15 foot-pounds in the correct order, and then another quarter turn. And what that quarter turn basically equates to is about 34 foot-pounds. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be tighten all the head bolts up in order to 21, loosen them, retorque to 15, and then retorque again to 34 foot-pounds. And that should do it. Okay, so there you have it. Head's torqued on, and I just covered up the ports here because I'm going to call this a day. I got people coming over, so we're going to have a barbecue. So that's going to be it. If you have any comments, questions, feel free to leave them below and give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. And the next video will be a little ways off because, like I say, I am leaving tomorrow out of town. So we'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Bye.